Hey, welcome back. You know, school kids often wear these fitness trackers to count their steps. A lot of people wear them, in my case, to justify having dessert.
How's that working out for you?
And not well. From North Dallas Nutrition, Karen Hosenfeld with a look at what a fitness tracker can and cannot do. So if I get to the end of a workout, which I occasionally do now, I'll look at it and go, whoa, you know, 1,100 calories.
Right, you're feeling pretty good.
That's a slice of pie and a beer.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not a good idea.
Sometimes that does happen. It's in the back of our minds. So first of all, I want to say that the fitness tracker can be a really good motivational tool if used correctly.
Right.
So we're not here to disparage that at all. Here's otherwise what you might think of as a healthy lunch.
Looks good to me.
Yeah, let's just say you're a 180-pound person wanting to lose 20 pounds. You should be eating roughly around 450 calories for each meal.
Yeah.
This is double that. So although you think it's a healthy meal and making healthy choices, even drinking water, if you did that a couple times a week, by the end of 6 months, you'd gain 5 pounds.
And there was, in fact, a study out by a respected medical journal that said that people who don't wear the fitness trackers in the long term, and it frequently can lose more weight than people who do, because of people like me who look at it and go, well, there's my excuse.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And you have to watch out for that, too, that you're relying too much on the data, but not on the other things you're doing in
Now,
life.
there are two kinds of exercise, and one of the problems is a fitness tracker, you wear one,
Yep.
and I wear one, does not necessarily count all exercise the same.
True. Now, recommendations from the Cooper Clinic say that adults should be doing about 20 to 40% of your exercise as weight training or resistance exercise.
Right, and let's take a look at that graphic, because they're saying the older you get, so under 40, like 80% should be aerobic and 20% strength training. As we get a little bit older, we should go more to strength training. Why is that?
Well, it's very important to preserve your muscle mass. As we age, and we actually lose it. So that's where the focus on the muscle mass is. Unfortunately, most trackers don't really tell you the difference between them. So what I recommend is get your 10,000 steps in, but on top of that, get in some weight training, some resistance training.
Okay, and weight training also, in addition to not just jumping up and down or swimming or running or something like that, or biking, weight training also does burn calories.
Absolutely, because muscle weighs more than fat, and it burns more calories than your fat does, obviously.
Right. And a really good way, if the one you're wearing, the fitness tracker you're wearing, doesn't take your pulse.
Right.
Which is probably the most
It's
accurate
very
way
popular.
to estimate how many calories you're burning.
Exactly. So it's a big difference whether you're getting 10,000 steps puttering around the house or taking a 30-minute run, for example. You want to get your heart rate up and in that zone, and that heart rate monitor, if you have it on your fitness tracker, great. If you don't wear one, will tell you, are you in a fat burning zone?
Right, and the most accurate ones are not the most comfortable ones, these chest straps that you have to put on, but they are much more accurate and give you a better idea of what you're actually burning.
Absolutely.
Okay. We have more information and a link to Karen at North Dallas Nutrition on fox4news.com.